So we're working on paper 2 now, and what we want to take a look at is some strategies for rewriting topic sentences so that they do a better job of laying out a claim that we can fully develop in the paragraph and previewing for the reader the kind of evidence we're going to use to make that claim. So let's look at a sample, a student sample. This is, in my view, a very strong draft. And what I'm going to argue is it has all the elements. First, it has answers. It lays out a specific piece of evidence, the post on the discussion board. It has an active verb, prove, and then it has a reason. They work to witness the formation of new families. I think this is really solid. However, I have some concerns about the verb prove. I think it's a little too rigorous of a verb. Very difficult to prove anything in an essay of this length. Very difficult to prove anything in human culture these days at all. Think of our arguments about science and God and faith and art and all the different things we debate in our culture. Proof is a tough word to sell. So I'm going to suggest a verb that I think works not only is more qualified, works because not only it's more qualified, sorry about that, works not only because it's more qualified than proves, but actually also fits better in the sentence, and that verb is endorse. I'm going to argue if we change to that verb endorse, now we really clarify the relationship between the specific evidence in that first clause and what follows, not the first clause, first phrase, and what follows the verb endorse, which is the reason for work. So I think this makes a solid draft. It turns it into an excellent topic sentence. Let's look at another sentence. This one has a really nice startup in terms of a piece of specific evidence. It has an active verb, but it's the second part of the sentence, the reason or the skill, that is really unclear. This sentence in its current form basically states a fact. Software developers are one of the highest paid jobs in America. So let's see if we can take that good specific text evidence and that solid verb and do something to give us a stronger phrasing that communicates a sense of reason why people do the work. And if we change it around to simply that last part of the sentence becomes how many software developers choose this career because it offers high salaries. Same basic idea, but it replaces the statement of fact in the original sentence with an interpretation of reason. Then, in the body paragraph itself, the writer's going to go back to that fact and give us more of the numbers and really break things down for us. And that's going to make a pretty compelling paragraph and a pretty good argument. Let's try another sentence. In this sentence, we have what I like to call a process topic sentence, where the writer is sort of telling us what she's done and what she's been talking about and what she's been exploring in her paper. But she really doesn't tell us what the specific piece of evidence is and doesn't really tell us what the reason that she wants to explore is. And so this is almost like a free write, a developmental draft before you actually get to a topic sentence. But it holds the seeds to something really good, because the blog is an excellent potential resource. I really encourage you to look for blogs written by people in your dream professions. It's a great tool. So we're going to see if we can reshape this topic sentence so it's a little bit more specific about the evidence, and so that it gives us a GE outcome skill or a reason in that second half. So let's see what we came up with here. A blog by Mike Lynch, nice and simple, a cartoonist for Reader's Digest, documents how some cartoonists work to be independent. So we go here with a reason for work, and notice that this new sentence is actually shorter than the original one. And I think that often happens with good, clear topic sentences. They lay out the argument in a simple, straightforward manner that has all of the elements we need to frame the paragraph and to communicate to us what the claim is and what the evidence is. And that's the important thing to recognize about these sentences. These topic sentences are all claim and evidence, claim and evidence. And in general, presenting the evidence first and then an active verb and then a claim is a great way to do it. But you can flip those if you want to. It's just sometimes when you do that, you shift into more passive voice constructions. Okay, let's look at our last sample sentence for this video. This is a really interesting sentence to me. because I see a reason for work down here, saving the lives, and I see the place where the evidence is being taken from, the Institute for Career Research, and I see a cool verb, highlights. But the evidence isn't really clearly stated, and here, this is really important. When the sentence talks about how air quality specialists can diagnose a building infected with sick building syndrome, that really is a detail that belongs in the body of the paragraph. And I'm actually encountering this quite a bit in some of your sample topic sentences, where you're including a detail that belongs below the topic sentence in the body of the paragraph. So let's see if we can take a whack at this one. Let's see if there's a way where we can sharpen that evidence in the first part of the sentence and also take out the material that really should come later in the paragraph that kind of muddles this topic sentence a bit. And so what we have is the Institute for Career Center website. Now I have a specific place of evidence that's a little better. If there were a particular article or survey or study, that'd be even stronger. Highlights is still a good verb. And now we get rid of the diagnosing sick building syndrome and instead get right to saving the lives of others. And I think again we have a shorter, clearer, stronger topic sentence. I hope these ideas help you, and I'll see you out there in the class.